Hello and welcome to Bolt Ice Podcast, Episode 2. This week we're going to talk about Pokémon Go. We just came back a little bit ago, got our impressions from the software. We're going to talk about it a bit, what we felt like was good, what was bad, and what could be improved. Joined by my brother Aaron here. Aaron?
How's it going?
So yeah, we just got back. And what are your first thoughts? When I say Pokemon Go, man, like what?
I had no idea what it was. This totally came out of left field for me. I was not following any news on it. When people were like talking about this new Pokemon game, I just immediately assumed it was like a knockoff game. Like somebody was ripping off Pokemon, you know?
Didn't think Nintendo was involved.
I didn't even think Nintendo was involved at all. I had known nothing of
it,
you know? I just assumed it'd be like Pokemon knockoffs that look, you know, pretty much like Charmander, but not really.
Really? You thought it was
I thought it was going to be like that, you know?
Wow, then this must have really blew you away.
Oh, yeah. I was just totally unprepared.
Yeah.
Because when did the app even drop?
It just, dropped like 3 days ago, I think?
Something like that. It's
the middle of the night, I remember, like waking up and seeing stuff on Facebook, so.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
I was really not expecting to get into a new type of Pokemon game this week.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think that's true for everyone that's involved.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just like, that was like part of the excitement of tonight was going around and just seeing everyone outside playing Pokemon Go.
We're going to get to that too. It's just the amount of people.
Yeah, and like what that means for the Pokemon series and just kind of like that amazing just feelings that it brings up in people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to talking about it releasing here. I wasn't expecting it either. I think even for everyone, it was a surprise. Even if you were trying to follow news on it.
Oh, really?
I don't think anybody knew the exact date that it was going to release.
Really?
It just kind of dropped one night. And so yeah, and now we have it. And so we went around. We went to test it out. I've been hearing people playing it for like nonstop for the past few days here. People on Facebook, people at work. My coworker ran outside like catching. She wanted to like catch an Eevee or something.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing stories of people really getting into it just right away. I mean, it hasn't been out for a week yet, and they're already dropping money on it. You know.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, they are just loving it. They're really getting into it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was a really pleasant surprise, and another really pleasant surprise is just how well, you know, the series the Pokemon series goes with this kind of gameplay.
Yes.
This kind of wandering around town looking for Pokemon. It seems it's such a natural fit. It's one of those things that I wouldn't have came up with this, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
It's not an idea that I would have had.
Yeah.
But man, does it work well.
Yeah. Really creative. Taking those core Pokemon ideas, what you do in the gameplay of those games, and like even what's in the TV series and stuff. I mean, it's all about adventuring and finding new types of Pokemon. And Pokemon Go is all about that too. You know, you see a Pokemon in the distance or like around you, and you just look for it. And so yeah, capturing that spirit of the games and stuff. I think that the idea using the GPS tracker and then like even like the AR camera.
Yeah, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, Pokemon.
I eventually ended up turning that off.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to those issues too.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a nice little touch. That adds a little a
little bit of
a little flavor to it. Yeah,
and it's great seeing like screenshots online because sometimes it doesn't look that great, but like I don't know. Sometimes you see like really. I saw like it was like the streets of New York, and there was like this Ekans curled up on like next to this mailbox, and like
oh, nice.
I don't know. It just looked really good. That screenshot in particular just really captured. You're walking around, and boom, there's a Pokemon next to you. You know,
right?
So, but yeah, so we get out there. Everyone's around us. We plan to meet up tonight, to try out the app. For a long duration as a team, and everyone's out. It's a Sunday night. I don't know. Apparently, people don't work tomorrow, or at least they might, but they're willing to walk around because of Pokemon. And we get out there, and it was it was a little rough starting off for sure.
When we just started?
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a learning curve. But I mean, once you get that down, once you kind of understand Pokespots and
okay, sure,
and all that stuff,
yeah,
it's pretty smooth sailing after that because there's very few components to it.
Yeah,
which I've heard is a criticism, which we can get into a little later.
Yeah, well, let's get into that right now.
Okay,
because
we've already been singing praises for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because definitely want to make sure that it's clear that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah,
just the experience of it.
That's what I think. Even with all the technical issues, with the servers constantly going down and stuff, just feeling that excitement of adventuring again and just going to all these places that we've been around Eau Claire a lot here. And just like, I don't know, they're going to these places in a whole new light because of Pokemon and what Pokemon you can catch there. Just bringing like excitement back to traveling around. So yeah. Point of all that is like, definitely enjoyed my experience too, but there definitely are some improvements.
Oh, that can be made?
Made. First of all, the app stability.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Could be really improved, I think.
Yeah, I mentioned this before, and I don't know how much of it is just, the servers are being overloaded by tons of traffic.
Yeah,
sure. Or if it's just not great programming on the app side. Right now, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say the servers, because so much of the game runs off the servers.
Yes,
your phone is constantly, or whatever device you're on is constantly communicating with the servers, and if there's a lot of traffic, you're gonna have those weird things where your information just didn't quite make it all the way there.
Yep.
And your game doesn't.
You just capture a Pokemon, and then, the game crashes.
And the game it just sits on that Pokeball image,
and you can still see like the background moving and stuff, which is nothing's responding.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, what do I do?
For me, one of the glitches I've had is with the power saving mode. Every once in a while, when I bring it back, the screen will just be completely unresponsive.
Oh no!
I'll still fall, the map will still change, Pokemon will pop up, but I can't click on anything, can't open up any of the menus, can't change the camera.
I see. Then you just gotta restart.
Yep. Man, I've restarted that app so many times.
I know, we were jokingly talking about keeping track of how many times we have to restart it within a certain period of time, and the stability of the app, I don't know what to give it to, because can server issues result in app failure like that?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know.
Shouldn't the app, if it was a good app, wouldn't it kind of circumvent those issues?
Or at least, I'm not sure, but not altogether crash kind of a thing.
What do we know about how the app was built? But I was thinking, if it was a really well-made app, then those wouldn't be issues. But clearly they are. But at the same time, when I see it running on more powerful phones than what I have, when I was looking over Scott's shoulder and watching him play it, I thought it ran pretty well. It was running a lot better than what I played.
Oh yeah, no, and that's kind of one of my criticisms too. Is just the varying performances on different devices. Because I know my girlfriend downloaded it on her iPhone, or not? Excuse me, it's an iPad. Or an iTouch, I guess it is an iTouch.
Okay.
Which it's only a couple years old.
Yeah.
But man, it runs like garbage.
Oh no.
If the app even opens up at all.
Yeah.
Then it's super buggy, super laggy. And it's not the internet connection. It's just that the device, and that just may be, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's because I don't know if that's Apple, not or what. I don't know who to pin that one on, but
old devices run apps poorly.
Yeah, but man, it's only a 2-year-old device though.
Fair enough.
So and for me, it's man, it should at least be able to.
That is weird.
Yeah,
because my phone has got to be running 2 years old. I bought it, and it's a budget kind of phone. It is able to run the app okay, pretty mediocre, but
it's not. But. That's the thing. I was debating in my head. I'm like, is it more important to get the app out on as many devices as you can?
Yeah.
Or is it more important to preserve the
quality?
And at the cost of not everybody being able to play it.
That's a huge development question. Every development team
asks
themselves that question. That's a big thing for sure.
Do you spread yourself thin, or do you,
I know.
covering all these devices, or do you?
Right.
Because I guess that makes sense if you're trying to cover every device. You're gonna end up focusing on a few devices, and if it doesn't quite work on the other ones, that's
tough luck.
Yeah, tough luck is essentially how it goes.
Tough luck.
It's a free app, so you don't have, you're not risking a whole lot by downloading it.
Right.
So if it doesn't work on your phone, it's not too big of a loss. Yeah.
But all right, well, obviously there's network issues, server issues. But what about features that you felt like were lacking in the app? Let's say like there were just no server issues.
Okay, so
no
the
technical,
and
everything runs beautifully smoothly, consistent, 100% of the time.
Okay.
So in that case, what features are you would you expect from the app? I don't know. Yeah, what do you think it was lacking if everything was running perfect?
I don't know. I'm pretty content with everything the way it is right now.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of everything is designed in a very specific way. They really wanted to keep people moving.
Yes.
So they don't want people to be stuck in any one area or any one task.
Yeah.
So catching Pokemon is really simple. You're just lobbing Pokeballs at the Pokemon until you get it.
It's a gameplay thing that you can do while walking. Pretty much. That's what we were doing.
Like, you can do it with one hand, which is very important.
One hand while walking.
The battling, I've heard criticisms of the battling system being too simple.
Okay.
Because the few gym battles that I did fight, it was a lot of tapping. It was, how many times can I tap this monster?
Is it? See, I didn't
see. There's this there is a mechanic where you're supposed to swipe back and forth to dodge attacks.
Okay.
And then tap the enemies and do damage.
Yeah. See, I didn't get into a gym fight, so I don't know any of these. So yeah.
Okay. And it's one of those things. I found it to be more efficient. To just power through every attack.
So no reason to dodge?
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was so inconsistent. Like, I would try to dodge an attack, and it's one of those things...
Server problems.
Yeah. It's so funny, too, because the first time I fought a Pokemon gym, it glitched out, and it only gives you, a certain amount of time, 90 seconds or something like that, to beat all the Pokemon in this gym.
Just in general.
In the gym,
90 seconds.
So, but the app just totally lagged out.
Yeah.
And by the time I was able to get back in there into the battle, it was like, oh, hey, by the way, you ran out of time.
That's crazy.
You lose. It's So I thought that was pretty funny. That was my first battling experience. Was literally the game crashing.
No, I'm sure that's probably a good experience compared to what other people.
Yeah, it's probably it's probably not an uncommon issue. That's for sure.
Interesting, because I didn't know anything about the battle, so I'm gonna
because it's really hard to anticipate the attacks.
Yeah,
because I was trying to I'd dodge attack and then when I'm assuming the other Pokemon was on a cooldown, then I would attack and then focus on dodging and then attacking.
Yeah.
When it's so inconsistent, if you dodge a little bit too early or a little bit too late, you'll take the full blunt of it.
Okay.
Whereas now you're not doing any damage to the other Pokemon.
Right.
And there's no delay when you're attacking the other Pokemon, as far as I can see. As long as you're just tapping them, you're doing damage to them.
Yeah.
So it's you might as well just tap your way through the whole battle.
Yep.
And just don't worry about dodging. Which then just really
makes it repetitive.
It does. But at the same time, I don't really consider that a criticism.
Really?
Because it's meant to, if the battle mechanics then become too complex, then I can no longer play this A with one hand and B while I'm walking through a town.
Yeah, sure.
I want to be able to. Especially if I'm fighting a gym, I'm probably I'm gonna be outside somebody's storefront. I don't want to loiter outside somebody's business for 10 minutes while I'm fighting this gym battle.
That's so true.
I want to be able, and it needs to be a really quick experience.
It needs to be snappy.
It needs to be snappy. It needs to be a quick experience.
Yep.
And it needs to get me back. I either win or lose and get me back on the road, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think in my head here. So then if the dodging mechanic doesn't work...
I'm sure it works, but it was... Yeah. I was having a hard time using it effectively.
Yeah, okay. Just trying to think if there would be a better system at all, but...
And then, of course, there's, gym battles are really inconsistent these days because there's a bug present where the very last Pokemon of the gym, you won't be able to get down. You won't be able to get it down to 1% of its health, and then you'll never be able to get past that.
I wonder if
until it goes through all of your Pokemon and then
it just destroys you.
Huh. So.
Very unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, and that too. I'm like, I don't know. I'm assuming that's server related.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too. Like maybe it can't be beat until the server updates or something.
Yeah. Like the server update is too slow, therefore it can't get that message to the server that hey you beat this final Pokemon. Lingers. So it just lingers on that 1 HP,
Right.
While it tries to get to the server, but it's having trouble and all that stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting going forward because I am really interested because I'm sure as time goes on and people get their fill, less and less people are gonna be contacting these servers. So I feel like in a couple weeks' time we'll have a clear answer,
more stable,
of how much of these performance issues are due to the server side and how much are due to the actual app itself.
Definitely a lot to look forward to with the app, just in terms of. Yeah, less people playing, which is kind of a bad thing to say, but having more
weed out the
space.
week, as they say.
Yeah, weed out the week, and just like what updates they can do with the game.
Right.
Trading is actually going to be updated into the game.
Trading? I was wondering about that.
Yes, they are keeping that core Pokemon trading aspect. So that'll be really nice. I
did kind of notice that absence because I was when I first got the game, I was looking through it and I was like. I was looking for that trade option. I just assumed I'd be able to trade my Pokemon.
Yeah. And this wasn't
okay, so they actually talked about that then.
Yep, they confirmed it.
Okay.
So that I feel like is probably the most needed feature.
Oh yeah.
Something about connecting with other people.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to do if it's going to be online based or if it's going to be proximity based.
I think it'll be proximity based.
I think so too. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, considering the nature of the app and stuff. I don't being online would be kind of lame.
Yeah, because it'd be way too easy to throw together a really powerful team.
Yeah, because you can obviously find anyone with anything then.
So. Exactly, but now if it's limited to proxy, I think it should be limited to proxy.
Yeah,
because the game is so.
You got to get out.
Exactly, it's built around your own surroundings, which does kind of make it that kind of I want to say magical experience.
I like that word.
It was a very special experience just to see all these fans of the series.
Yeah.
Walking around. You see groups of people everywhere.
Yep, you can see them around. Gyms
we were
Poké
people were gathering around Poké Spots and Poké Gyms. It was great. I mean, we were talking to people. We're just
you bumped into someone you knew.
Yeah, I bumped into somebody I knew at those Poké Spots. Because. Oh, it's so great. I mean, there were so many people because there's like those 4 Poké Spots right
had
next
to
each
take a
other.
video. It was just such a phenomenon that this is just like this game series.
There's people
coming back.
It really is, and there were just people gathering around. I mean, people were just playing card games and stuff like that, just hanging out, having a good time,
waiting for a Pokemon to come near, and then they pick it up and catch it real quick.
Right? It was a really interesting experience.
No, and
it worked so intuitively. That's my favorite part of it.
Yep.
Because
I know what you mean.
We were walking around. We saw on our map in the distance. They're like, oh hey, there's 4 Poké Spots over here, really close together, and there's a bunch of lures on these Poké Spots too. So like, hey, let's just head towards that direction.
Obviously, it's where other people
some
are.
Pokemon will start jumping out at us, and and it's just we get there and it's just like this big gathering of people.
Yeah,
it's just a very natural. It really naturally brings people together. And I end up running into somebody I knew, talking to them a bit, exchanging stories about how, Pokemon showing up in inappropriate places. I won't go into details, but
whoa, especially like sharing with people like what you've caught, or like asking, hey, what's the best Pokemon you have?
Right, and then like, oh man, a Drowsy showed up, and everyone was like, oh, there's a Drowsy here, and people were like looking around for it,
like yelled at us from her car window. She was like, I caught a Drowsy, and we're all like, where? It's so great.
Oh, right. It's just like, because that's just that shared experience,
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah. What I even said this in the car when we were driving away. I was just like, I think it's more fun to watch everyone playing this game than it is to actually play the game itself. I'm just like so happy to be a part of this excitement and just this community.
Oh yeah, because like you said it too. You nailed it on the head. You said there's just an energy in the air,
Yeah.
Because on that one street that we were on, it was a pretty decent stretch, and there was a ton of Pokespots along the way. So it was just like, I mean, I was there earlier in the day, and we were there in the evening, and it was just people just walking up and down the streets,
constantly,
just constantly, and you knew they were playing Pokemon Go.
I know.
You can recognize the screen from a distance.
That's what, right? You can recognize the colors on the screen.
Everyone was walking with their, looking at their screen and all this stuff. Like, you just knew everybody was there for the same thing, to catch some Pokemon, and it just, And not to mention, it was beautiful outside, tonight. A little humid, but
no bugs too.
No bugs.
We nailed it.
It was such a great night. I was just thinking that too. I'm like, man, they must have made sure that this game released in the summertime. Could you imagine if this game came out in the winter?
That's a really good thought. I didn't think about that. Considerably better than releasing it. Yeah, in the colder months. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe they were like just waiting on the release button, but they were looking at the weather. Like, it's gonna be the next week of good weather.
It's gonna be a beautiful weekend, guys.
Yeah, like this is it.
I'm launching.
I'm waiting months for this.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it was such a great experience. So I mean, it's so funny too, because there was technical, performance issues that we ran into that were pretty prevalent. It was like, it's one of those things
that's another thing everyone was talking about, is how stable their game was.
Yeah.
How many times has yours crashed? Oh, it's been okay for 20 minutes.
After a while, it just kind of became the norm. Like, it was just like...
Yeah, that's just probably like the features of it.
We were just like, it's being weird, I'm just going to reboot it.
Yep.
Luckily, it only takes like a couple, 10, 15 seconds to really jump back in there if you have a decent connection or a decent phone.
That's really telling of just the immersion of the app and how, like, even with all these frustrations, and you don't even care really.
Oh, no, because, that's
the thing. You want to get back in
the experience was just, it was so much more than just the app, It was the connecting with people. It was seeing all these people enjoying the same thing, and I just knew we could literally stop anybody on the street and strike up a conversation and talk to them. It was one of those things you just knew that you could talk to anybody and just have a good time with anybody you saw playing.
I've never seen this much public presence of a game outside of a convention.
Yep.
I mentioned this earlier, and it's just so fascinating to me because it's everywhere. It's not like these like on the forums on the internet. Or like I mentioned, in these conventions that take place at like hotels or whatever, like it's everywhere right now. And just being able to go outside, and I don't know, just really cool for a video game series to be able to have that effect over people. I've never seen a game series kind of take over.
Yeah, because like I said, it was so natural, to go outside and catch Pokemon. It was just like
it's like you've been waiting to do it your whole life,
right? But I never knew it.
Yeah. You're already trained up on how to do it and everything. The games, they teach you well.
Yeah.
Because you can just go out there and start catching it. So yeah, and some of the criticisms, I've heard of the game have a lot to do with there's no battling. Battling.
It's very exclusive to gyms.
Very exclusive to gyms. You don't battle the wild Pokemon.
Yep.
And that you can't battle other players just like instantly. Mm-hmm. And
I'm actually perfectly okay.
Yeah, I really think that people are confusing the purpose of this app.
Mm-hmm.
This app is not meant to replace the main series.
Right.
That's where you do most of these battlings.
That's where you're gonna be, building that 6, Pokemon team to go take on the Elite Four. I mean, that's the
games.
Focus of that game is the battling.
But this is about being on the move, and this is about capturing Pokemon. This isn't about battling Pokemon like the games are. And so I just don't think those battle mechanics, this heavy RPG elements that people associate with Pokemon because of the main series, it doesn't work with what this app is trying to be.
No, if they were to implement a more complex battle system, it would just get in the way.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to battle a Pokemon before you caught it? It sounds awful. Because, even, because now it's like, I don't even have to stop.
Yeah, you can walk between classes, walk between stores and be able to capture a few Pokemon on the way. You wouldn't be able to do that if there was a battle.
Oh, yeah. For me, if it takes me more than 30 seconds to capture Pokemon, it's frustrating. It's like, I just want to immediately. I want to get back, Yeah,
I want to see what else is around.
See what else is around, exactly.
You're not working out for me. I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, because sometimes, I'm trying to beef up my Pidgey, or my Pidgeots. Yeah. So I'll be catching Pidgeys here and there. Yeah. But, if I come across a really tenacious Pidgey that I've thrown 2 or 3 Pokeballs at and I can't get it, I'll flee. I'll just be like, nope, really? It's not worth it. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a flee option.
Oh yeah, there's a little thing up there. Pokemon will sometimes run away from you too if it takes you too long to catch them.
I didn't notice that either.
Yeah. Huh. So if it takes me too long, I'll just get out of the battle. I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Fair enough.
I'm really focused on that portable aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I think what it's got to be. And I think people underestimate how difficult it is in order to balance this RPG system. Mm-hmm. They think we can just take it from the games. Mm-hmm. But in order to do that, there's tons of balancing that you have to concern yourself with.
Yeah.
But you have to animate all the attacks too. Let's say if there were local fights with someone right next to you. Animating, there's thousands of Pokemon moves right now. There's over 500 Pokemon, and just each of them can learn tons of moves. Animating all those moves for the game, that's just way beyond the scope of this project.
Right.
It's not meant to be that.
You mentioned the fact that, if the game would run better if they had 2D sprites instead of the 3D models. Yeah. And I was like, that's a great idea. I wish they would have stuck with the 2D models.
Okay.
And forego the 3D model. Well, actually, no, I take that back.
Then it doesn't work with
the AR. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. It wouldn't be immersive to see a 2D Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a 3D world. You're absolutely right.
So they had to make a choice. What is this project going to be?
I wish they could give you a performance option where it's I want
to both.
Oh yeah. So then it's just you want to conserve your battery, or you don't want to. You don't want to have to load all this stuff. Well, just pick the 2D mode. It'll forego the AR completely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then and you'll see little icons on the map, and you click on it, it'll be all 2D stuff.
Maybe.
But now, actually, I don't know. It does work really well with the 3D. They should definitely keep that.
If they can just get that more stable, then I would definitely say that was the right option. Definitely more appealing to more people, I feel like. We're okay with 2D.
Yeah.
Even what if the world map was 2D? It was a top-down view of the streets and stuff you were in, and you were a little
actually that's the
icon from the game.
Yeah, and they replicated the first gen kind of graphics.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Actually, that would be really cool to take a Google Map kind of a thing.
And
put it into that kind of 2D. Treatment.
That actually sounds pretty cool too,
doesn't it? That's not too bad.
That's not too bad either. Yeah.
But I'm actually okay that they don't have you can't battle just anybody.
Okay.
That makes more sense to me because they really want to focus on congregating people around these gyms.
Yeah.
So that makes to me makes more sense than just being able to battle anybody out on the street.
Okay.
Because you really condense everything. Because as of right now, the battle system isn't much to begin with. So being able to battle people wouldn't serve a whole lot of a purpose.
No. It'd be just a lot of tapping. Apparently.
Give me a lot of tapping, yeah.
Yep.
With the occasion, I still try to dodge occasionally, but I just can't get it.
You just gotta feel like you gotta use it.
Yeah, I know, because it's there.
Gotta dodge.
But no, I think that's good because it's the whole thing is the whole focus of Pokemon Go is just to get you out there and get you socializing with other people. I really like the idea of the 3 teams. I thought that was implemented really well.
Right.
So if you ever come across a gym with your own
Yes. Then
your own team color.
you can buff it up.
Then you can buff it up by lending one of your Pokemon to that gym.
Oh, cool.
Or you can...
Do you lose the Pokemon then?
I don't know.
Oh, because we didn't find one.
We didn't find it.
Oh, no.
We're Team Mystic, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. We shouldn't have told them. We probably lost.
I know, right?
Right there.
2/3 of the
fan
base.
That's right.
But yeah, no, we just kept coming across the red and yellow.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Teams.
I'm just thinking too. The team colors were red, blue, and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
In America, it was version red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah, that's
just.
I know, it works really well. They definitely those primary colors. They used them a lot because you got the legendary birds.
And the legendary birds represent their icons. Yep. It's good stuff. They're pretty clever.
Yeah, that worked out really well. The Pokemon leveling system could probably be a little refined.
I know what you mean. I'm not a big fan of capturing the same Pokemon over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think there should be an incentive to capture everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
But like having to capture the same one over and over again just to level up that one Pokemon of yours, I don't know. I can definitely see some pros and cons of it. I mean,
I like that the way it is right now.
Okay.
Because what you see when you go out is you see, especially at gyms.
Yeah.
Is you see less popular Pokemon being used more often, or a wider variety of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about a way to, like say if you catch a Pidgey, then you get like a small amount of whatever resource they choose to call it.
Yeah.
And then you can use that to level up any Pokemon.
Right.
And the rarity of the Pokemon will depend on how much of that resource you get.
Right.
But then what I feel like will end up happening is that you'll see a lot of the same Pokemon over and over again. You'll see a lot more like, Blastoise and Charizards at gyms.
Starter.
They'll be tanking up their starter Pokemon.
Just like they do in the games.
Just like, I know I used to do in the game.
Yeah. That might be true. There are some favorite Pokemons that exist.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. So the system that it is as it is right now, you see a lot more bee drills. And you see a lot more.
You never see a bee drill.
You never see a bee drill otherwise. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Eradicate.
Yeah, Eradicate.
But now you do see those Pokemon, and it kind of makes sense because to see more common Pokemon used more often.
Mm-hmm. Because we're all just casual trainers.
We're all just casual trainers, and we're not the hero.
We're not the
hero exactly.
Yeah,
who's gonna go off and beat the Elite Four? We're all just We're all just average trainers catching Pokemon.
We're all just on Route 1.
It makes sense that there's a lot of Pidgeys and there's a lot of Weedles hanging around.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely not bothered by having just a lot of common Pokemon around.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know it.
But then again, it's like I feel like. I'm never gonna end up raising up my Squirtle.
Yeah,
because
where are the Squirtles?
How often am I gonna come across another Squirtle so I can get the Squirtle candy and level it up? It's gonna be one of those things where
that's where my problem comes from because like a lot of rare Pokemon, I'm not sure, like a Dragonite.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the Dragonite evolutions or anything out there, so I imagine. Getting one. Scott's waving at me saying that he got one, so that's pretty cool.
I didn't get one. I saw a Dratini though.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I did, but
wasn't that a gym or something?
No, it
was in the wild.
It was on Water Street.
Nice.
Oh man, that's cool.
It's pretty elusive.
All right, well, yeah, rare Pokemon like that will be a lot harder to raise up, which I suppose is intentional.
Yeah, because I kind of like that system because, like, say you do see, like, a really high-level Blastoise.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man.
Yeah, wow.
That dude is a really dedicated trainer.
Yep.
He was able to get a high-level Blastoise. He's not able to evolve it and get it up to a decent level.
Right. I'm pretty sure a Venusaur would be most impressive. I saw a poll online, and it was like 46% of people, pretty much half of Pokemon Go users, picked Squirtle.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was funny. So, if you ever see a high up there Venusaur, then that's like, wow.
Right? No, exactly. So it retains. So those rarer Pokemon really retain their value in a way.
Yeah.
With the system the way it is right now, which in my opinion is not a bad thing.
Okay.
But at the same time, it feels like I have no hope of raising up my Squirtle. I pretty much just
you gotta dedicate your life to this app,
right? And even then, it's all luck.
Yeah.
So it's
all luck.
If they had maybe some sort of exchange system in place.
Well, maybe that's where the trading will come in. Although I doubt people will be.
And they're probably not going to be handing out their starters. Yeah. So some sort of just maybe like currency exchange or resource exchange. So like, maybe they'll have like a weekly candy list.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you can trade like 20 like, Pidgey candies for like first like Squirtle candies or something like that. And then the stock rotates every week kind of a thing.
Yeah. That'd be a lot to implement, I feel like.
Or maybe they'll just do the microtransaction thing and they'll just have you pay the gold.
Great. Yeah, to
have you pay gold to level up. I really hope they don't do that.
then you'll be like, wow, I wish they went with the rarity thing that we were talking about where
No, I don't think they shouldn't do that anyway. I can't say they won't.
You mean the microtransactions?
Yeah,
they shouldn't do that
to level up Pokemon, because then it becomes pay to win.
Yeah,
because now like the most efficient way.
I feel like that's going to be inevitable.
You think so? It's buying candies with money?
To some extent, all free to play games are pay to win. If you pay money, you're going to be at a bigger advantage.
You are gonna be at an advantage than somebody who doesn't.
So, yeah.
But I mean, as it is right now, like I could drop $20 on the app. Yeah. But if somebody is actually going out and catching Pokemon, and hitting up all those Pokespots, and stuff like that, they'll still be ahead of me. Because it doesn't, because you get plenty of Pokeballs from Pokespots, as long as you just keep hitting them and they refresh like every 5 minutes or something like that. You get Pokeballs when you level up. Right. You get a few items here and there when you level up too. So yeah. So right now the microtransactions aren't bad at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
They're pretty easy to
considering the game's free. It's
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm contemplating dropping because I mean, like
really you're contemplating.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing. Like I want to support the game.
Ah, you're very noble.
Yeah, and I've been having all my groups of friends are playing Pokemon Go. So it's like. I've already just this weekend. I just picked it up this weekend, and I've already had a great time with it. Yeah, it's one of those things. It is designed, in my opinion, to be a very lengthy game. Yes, like you're not gonna. It's designed to be played for a while.
Yes,
you're not gonna.
I doubt anyone's caught them all at this point.
Exactly. You're supposed to. It's one of those things in my head anyway that you're supposed to every once in a while. You just whenever you got a few moments or something like that. Yeah. You just open up your Pokemon Go app and you find some Pokemon. Maybe you're at a Pokestop, whatever.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a heavy RPG.
Right. Yeah. So. I lost my train of thought, but
that's all right.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it was. So yeah, I wouldn't mind dropping like $10 on it. Support, show my support for the game.
Okay, fair enough.
Get a few items here and there that I might need.
Yeah.
Because right now, like I've leveled up enough. I have like some incense. I have like a lure, a lucky egg, stuff like that.
A lucky egg.
Yep. That increases the experience you get.
Oh, cool.
When you catch Pokemon.
Okay, that is cool.
It is really nice because you can level up. So it doesn't take forever to level up, which is nice. And then it's fun because you combine that with a lure, so you just catch like any little Pokemon that comes along, and you get a ton of experience, and Stardust, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I was joking with my girlfriend about how we're gonna make Pidgey the mascot of our apartment. There's so many Pidgeys. I have just
around your apartment.
Around my apartment. Me and her both have like really beefy. Yeah. She has a Pidgeotto. I have a Pidgeot. They're both like really getting up there. Just because we're just catching Pidgeys left and right.
Apartment. It's kind of like in like Ruby and Sapphire when you could like get your little safe space. I don't know. You could like make
your secret bases.
Secret bases, and you could like deck them out. They didn't have all Pokemon, but some Pokemon you get like their cushions. And stuff.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Oh man. So yeah, no, I'll probably give them a few bucks.
Yeah.
Kind of support them.
Yeah, and me from the future with me in the app, I'm always going to keep an eye out for it. Like when I read about an update coming for it in the news, I'll be sure to check it out, see what was added, see if it's more stable. Really looking forward to in the future what gets added, maybe new Pokemon, what new features. Just really enjoy the app all around. So yeah, it pretty much wraps up my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean you'll hear criticisms here and there of the performance, and stuff like that. But
some people saying it's not deep enough. That's what I hear a lot, but
no, it's incredibly. It's a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
I know it got me out. I actually explored a few places around my house, around my apartment that I've never been to before because there's no reason for me to go out those ways. But
now there is.
Oh, now there is. Now because there's 2 Pokespots by my house that they're decent. Like they're not terribly far away from each other. So I was on my longboard today. Just like bouncing between those 2.
Oh, that's
getting
funny.
some Pokeballs and some items and stuff like that. Catching Pokemon in between.
You can make this a daily jog.
Yeah, right. It's yeah, like I said, it's such a natural fit for Pokemon. And what's the developer name? It starts with an N.
It's like
Niantic. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
They did a really good job.
Yep.
Everything in the app. Despite its performance issues, it looks good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And
3D models aren't totally bad for the Pokemon. They're decent.
Oh no, I mean I have no problem with 3D models. They look good, I think. And all that stuff.
Cool. Any final thoughts at all?
Yeah, no. Other than that, I look forward to seeing it. Seeing it grow and evolve.
Yeah.
Pun intended. I'm really curious to see how they implement new Pokemon.
Yeah.
If they're gonna just release like a couple here and there, like now you can buy. Now you can run into.
See them doing events like that.
Yeah.
They're like, it's Blossom Weekend or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Something like if you. I'm trying to think of some common Pokemon in Gen 2 that would pop out of the grass.
Yeah,
like Sentret, that little ferret thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the pre-evolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Hoot, yeah. Just like sprinkling these little guys here and there.
Yeah.
Or if they're just gonna do a big drop all at once, where they're just gonna be like, by the way, guys, there's 100 new Pokemon from Gen 2. Out in the world, out in the wild right now.
There's
go get them.
Good incentives for both models. You do a big drop, then you can expect a big user base to come back and try out the app. If you do it little by little, then that incentivizes.
And doing it little by little really works with the microtransactions too. If they're really financially minded, which I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love, as much as everybody loves Pokemon, it's not.
Yeah.
There's always that business aspect to it.
Yes.
So I feel like trickling the Pokemon out, every like month or so, releasing like a small handful of new Pokemon would really help retain that user base and make people happy because there's always a reason to open up your Pokemon Go app and check for new Pokemon.
Give it a whirl.
Exactly. So yeah, no.
Right.
Those are my thoughts on that.
Nice. And then, moving on to the quick last section of our talk. We want to talk about what we've been gaming the past week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is the weekly what we've been doing. So I'll start. I've been playing... I started the Legend of Zelda series this week. And I've always been interested in the series. And I've been watching this channel on YouTube. And they're huge fans of the series. And so, they kind of made me a fan now, and I decided to give the first game a go on the NES, The Legend of Zelda, and really, really enjoyed it. I was surprised by how well it had aged, so many aspects of it, specifically the gameplay, which is there's no real story, so it better be the gameplay. And I don't know, I just felt like it was just so much fun to play. I mean, there were times when I had to be really strategic with my movements through the dungeons and kind of knowing what enemies attack and stuff. This is all really basic stuff nowadays. But this game's 30 years old. It released in 1986. And it's just, amazing to me. I just wasn't expecting it, I guess, to be as involved as I was with it.
That'd be a lot of mashing.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot of mashing. I don't know what I expected, but my expectations were definitely pretty low. But it came back in a strong way, and it just fascinates me. Like so many things that you can see developed from The Legend of Zelda. Like finally learning why it's called Start and Select. You know, the select button was used to cycle through menus. Then you'd hit Start to choose what you wanted and stuff. So that's why they're named that, even though it makes no sense these days. Great things like that. So I beat it in 2 days. Just rushed through it. I used a guide, of course. Playing that game without a guide would have been like impossible. That would have kept you busy for a whole year.
If it's anything like the first Final Fantasy,
yes,
it's zero sense of direction. Nothing. They just plop you in this huge world, and they're like, figure it out.
That is how the game starts. You just drop there, and like you don't even have a sword. There's like a cave to your left where you have to get the sword from. But you can play the whole game without a sword. And that's how much they plop you into this land. But I bought now Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and that's a little bit different. They went with side-scrolling. I have no problem with the side-scrolling. So I'm making my way through that. And hopefully I'll be able to get to A Link in the Past. That's my big goal. So, yeah, what have you been up to?
A quick note on yours, actually. You should, every time you beat a Zelda game, you should write up a quick review.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You're totally right. Or at least just just a little piece. If I don't want to review each game.
Mm-hmm. But just a little bit here for the Voltice Gaming website.
And that's what I was thinking. I was kind of thinking of maybe doing after the first 3 games. I just find the first 3 games to be really solid in terms of what mechanics were added and the things they tried out in those first 3 games. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like in my head, it's like this quote-unquote original trilogy.
Yeah.
Because the first game started and they introduced this concept of The Legend of Zelda. This top-down game, action-adventure game. And, things like Zelda and the Triforce and Ganon are all introduced. It's the simplest story ever, really simple gameplay. The second one comes along and it's just flips everything on its head. Now it's a side scroller with RPG elements. You level up. Definitely considered the black sheep of the series. And then the third one comes along, A Link to the Past, and it's considered one of the best games ever made. And so they really take on the concept that they introduced in The Legend of Zelda. They go back to their roots and just master the concept. And so how those 3 games kind of relate to each other, I think is really interesting. You got the standard original. Mm-hmm. The one that's really experimental, and then you got the one that just blows it out of the water.
Yeah, and back to the roots, back to the good stuff.
Yeah, everything's interesting in those 3 games, and so I feel like they make a good Triforce, if you will. All 3 points of a triangle. So I was kind of thinking of doing after playing those 3 games, then I would do a piece of how the series evolved in them, and pretty much just elaborate on what I told you right here. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking about not playing the series and then just gonna keep it all to myself. That's for sure.
Okay, good. What have I been playing this week?
Yep,
I started my playthrough of Undertale.
Yes, that's right.
Man, it's been a magical week, dude. Not only all the great experiences with Pokemon Go and meeting new people and everybody just expressing their love for the Pokemon series.
Yeah.
Not only that, but then starting Undertale, which is just so full of heart.
It's just heart.
It's all heart. It's
just heart and determination.
I know, I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm actually not even going to talk about it.
Yes.
Because I'm not done with it yet. Mm-hmm. And B, it's best experienced on your own.
And making your own choices as you go through it.
Right. So I don't even want to, if we want to do a special podcast on that would be great.
I'd totally be okay with that. Most people in our group have played it too, at least. So you might see that in the coming weeks.
So yeah, I don't want to get into it now, but if my gaming opinion means anything, it's probably one of the best games I've played in a very long time. Mm-hmm. I can't think of anything that would beat it, in terms of quality at this point. Mm-hmm. And I was joking with you before, I was trying to think of, I always like to think of little ways I can improve games when I play them.
Yeah, we can't help it.
Yeah, it's just but man, I could not think of a single thing to improve in Undertale.
And I'm in the same boat as that.
I feel like every change I would make, if I had to make change, changes.
What would it do?
Exactly. I feel like any change I made would just,
be
hamper
superficial.
the experience.
Yeah,
Superficial.
and
it wouldn't be worth it. It's such a great experience. Great and consistent experience as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't touch it. But beyond that, what I have been playing is MGO, Metal Gear Online.
Yes, and we've been streaming it a few times too.
I streamed it too on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron's gaming channel, if you're curious.
Mm-hmm. Check it out.
Yeah, and it's been, it's because we joke all the time how it's not a good game, and it's not. Like I wouldn't recommend it to people.
Yeah, I mean,
but my gosh, do I have so much fun playing it?
It is. I personally, I don't know. This is just me. I have more fun playing MGO than I do Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Like if you were last week y'all were playing Overwatch competitive, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to play. I'll just chill out. Mm-hmm. But if you had told me dude, want to play some MGO, I would have been.
They're on that.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, let's get into a game right now. I really like the mechanics of MGO. Really good game modes.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, just like what other online game has stealth camo and you can fold in people, there's balloons everywhere, and
right,
and just cardboard boxes, of course. So
a lot of little quirks here and there, a lot of things that kind of make it unique,
Yeah, and lots of strategic value. When we play it together, it's a good time.
It really is, because especially when you can coordinate with somebody, because there's just there's 3 different classes and they're very specialized in what they do. And you combine I remember we were doing an infiltrator and an enforcer. So a really brute strength kind of class, with a lot of heavy weaponry.
Yeah.
And then a really stealthy class with, I think you were running non-lethal weapons too.
Yes, I was. I was trying to fault in them people for the tickets.
Yeah, we just made such a good team, It's just you can combine those skill sets like that. It's a coordinated team. It's great. Man, I love it too because it's a slower paced online experience. Mm-hmm. At least for me, when you play,
play it as an infiltrator.
I should say, if you play it as the infiltrator class, which is the stealthy class, it is, and I really appreciate that because I'm used to Overwatch and Battlefront,
guns blazing,
where you just go in guns blazing. If you try to sneak around, you're just gonna get your butt kicked.
Yeah, the mechanics in those games really don't allow it.
They don't support that stealth, that kind of that kind of movement. You really just have to run towards the objective and try to just take down as many people as you can on the way.
Yep.
But MGO is a little different, especially when you're playing as the infiltrator class, where I'll get my stealth camo on, and I'll be crawling through the grass,
hiding in the shade of trees,
Oh, right, dude, and it's hiding in shade, hiding in the shadows,
Yeah.
And it's really, I love it too because I can see other players, they'll run right by me.
Yeah.
They'll be a couple steps away from me, but they'll have no idea, and they'll just keep running.
Right.
And if I feel like I can take them on, then I'll jump out of the shadows and I'll try to fight them. Although sometimes though, I'm like, oh man, or there's 2 people. Forget about it.
Oh no, you can't.
You just let them go.
Yeah. Better to focus on that one.
You can pick off the stragglers.
The stragglers, the guys who aren't playing with other people,
right? Who aren't sticking together into groups.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just that kind of that slower pace. I can really just move at my own pace.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that. And it's just. It's like I said, I would only recommend it to Metal Gear fans.
Yes, I agree with that. It's a little bit too quirky.
Yeah, for somebody to buy the game just
MGO.
For just MGO, I agree.
Yeah.
And it's just there's also the quirks too that really kind of hamper the experience
a little bit. Although last time we were streaming it, it was really clicking for us.
We got into some really good matches. And I remember a night later or so I was playing just with a group of random people, and it was, it was really great. Everyone was moving super slow. The entire really death match, there was less than 10 deaths in the entire match because everybody was playing really conservatively.
Yeah. So
that's what I've been enjoying. That I've been actually playing too much of that. I need to put that down and finish my Undertale playthrough.
Yes, I agree with that. Much as I love MGO, Undertale should definitely be given.
Oh yeah, priority.
Some time. Yep.
Especially as we get that, so we can get that podcast out.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun to talk about.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, and cool. that's what I've been up to this week.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing. And thanks for listening, everyone out there. We're going to wrap this up here. Try out Pokemon Go. Try out Metal Gear Solid 5. Maybe you'll see us on MGO.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. See you later.
Ciao.